All right, so I was driving by this area and I saw these books laying out here, and I figured that could be a good sign, so I stopped off and wait to see what I found over here. So we have some Star Wars paperback books. There's a whole bunch of them here, and they are $2 a piece, which is a little high for paperback books. However, if you look over here, we have an entire tote of hardcover books, and he wants $5 a piece, but he did say he would do a bulk deal if I made an offer. Now, this one here, the Star Wars Anniversary Collection hardcover by Dark Horse, this is about a $30 to $35 book. But if we look into some other ones here, so let's take a look at this one here, this Jedi Knight book. This one's about a $95 to $100 book. And if you combine it with this one, Soldier for the Empire, and this one here, Rebel Agent, these three together could go, they've sold for about $200 or so. So there is a lot of potential with this lot. So I think I'm gonna just see what he would do for everything. You could see there's a bunch of trade paperbacks here, and let's just take a look here. You can see there's also lots of hardcover books. Let's pull them out one at a time so you could see them. In fact, I'm actually more interested in these over here because these look, okay, so these are more guides. Okay, I thought these might be trade paperbacks, but these are guides. But see, it's the new Essential Guide, and you could lot it together because this one is characters, and then this one is vehicles and villains, this one's weapons and technology, this one's chronology. Okay, I've seen this before. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, so collectibles, these are usually not worth that much, but it could be cool having around just for a reference. Jedi vs. Sith, another Essential Guide to Alien Species. Let's see what else we have here. Comics Companion, that's really cool. I would love that. This is more of a kid one, looks like. Okay, let's see if this works. Oh, it does. That's good. Trivia question book. And then let's see what else we have. Guide to the Star Wars Universe, Jedi Path, official Star Wars trivia and quiz book, Tatooine Ghost. Star Wars fans are probably freaking out right now who are watching this. Vision of the Future, New Rebellion, Allegiance, Death Star, Truce at Bakura, Star Wars The Force Unleashed, Attack of the Clones, so some movie related ones, Revenge of the Sith, movie related, Dark Lord, The Rise of Darth Vader, anything Vader related is awesome. Deceived, there's Darth Vader with his mask off, Path of Destruction, it's like the Emperor there, Rule of Two, Darth Bane, oh, that's Darth Bane, sorry, that was it, okay, Darth Bane. And then Phantom Menace. Okay, so question is how much for everything? Let's see here. Let's see if there's anything else that I want to throw in. Layers and Legends. Why not? We could throw this in with Loot and Lore. So I'll just put this over here. This could be good. And then there's some Star Wars Elite Series toys as well. So maybe we could pick these up in the bundle. So we have K2SO, Sergeant Jyn Erso. Let's see, we got Imperial Death Trooper, Hover Tank Pilot, Scarif Stormtrooper, and K2SO again. Okay, so there's a lot, and then there's more over here. So I'm interested in buying all your Star Wars stuff if you're willing to make a deal on it.
I'm willing to make a deal.
So the toys, the paperbacks, and then the hardcovers.
Okay.
So what would you do for everything?
Throw me an offer.
$100.
That's a little low, but let's do 150.
125. Meet me halfway.
All right, I'll do one.
Deal. All right. Awesome. Good. Do you need the tote? If you need it, it's fine. I have a box in my car. I could.
Yeah, I'll keep that one.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. I'll just grab my box. Is it all right if I just grab my box, bring it back?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks. All right. So you said these aren't part of it because they're Dungeons and Dragons, but then these are some more. I do like omnibus stuff. Any idea what you'd want for? I threw the number out last time. I mean, I'll throw it out again if you want to, but
For
it's up to you.
the whole stack here,
Yeah.
with those,
Yeah.
those are expensive because those are
Okay.
brand new,
Okay.
untouched.
Yep. Let's see if there's no writing in it, right?
No,
Okay.
I'd accidentally ordered 2 sets of them from our Kickstarter.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I don't know if you do D&D, but
I love D&D stuff.
the
Yeah.
DM Layer, he's on
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Oh,
Look him up. So
okay.
It was,
Okay.
It was his Kickstarter.
Oh,
But I
okay.
accidentally ordered 2 sets of them.
Yeah, I like Kickstarter stuff too.
So,
This came out this year?
those were last year, I think. they
Last
came
year?
out.
Okay.
So they're 5e based.
Yep. Yep. I have a bunch of 5e stuff.
So
Bunch of hardcovers. But not these.
for both those, I'd do 30 on those.
What about what these? Like everything. All the
all-
omnibus, all the
those-
stuff you brought out.
I'd do 50 on those.
How much?
50 for those.
So 50, 30,
Yeah.
80. All right. You know what? You made me a deal before, so I'll just do it for the 80.
All right.
All right. And we can make maybe a future deal on some toys.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Thanks. Wow. So that was an amazing deal. I should do great on that. I spent $205 in total. I should get that money back from those 3 books I showed in the beginning that sell for about $200. Those 2 Dungeons and Dragons books, which I thought was part of the initial deal, but there was a miscommunication about that, but that's not a problem whatsoever. Those should go for about $100, those 2 together. Those omnibus books that he brought out, so just 3 of those, the Star Wars X-Wing Squadron omnibus books, 1, 2, and 3, those should sell for about $100 as well. So, and that doesn't even factor in all the paperbacks, the other hardcovers. I mean, there's just a ton of stuff there. And then there's the potential to make another deal with him in the future. Now, that one wouldn't be filmed because that's a private pick situation. I don't film the private picks generally, but I wanted to show that discussion because that's how some of those private picks go down. And you've seen me mention that in some of my sold videos where I say, hey, I got this as part of a private pick or private deal. So sometimes those deals materialize from a situation like this where someone has more stuff buried, but they haven't taken it out yet. But now that you made that deal, then that person could reach out to you. So I have my business card, gave him my business card, and hopefully he'll call me back sometime, within the next few months or so, to make a deal on some Star Wars toys. So I can't wait. I am just so pumped up about this, and yeah, I mean, I'm set for today now with garage sale finds. I really don't really need to look for anything else after that. So we're gonna see what we can find at the flea market too. So let's head on over there. Before we head over to the flea market, this is Future Dom here to let you know that everything you see in this video has already been listed on eBay and a bunch of it has already sold. I'll show you the screenshots of the solds with the cha-ching noise and the screenshots of the listings that haven't sold yet. The listings that you're going to see are based on a combination of established sold comps and or current available market prices. So we'll start with the Star Wars items and then we'll head over to the flea market and wait till you see one of the flea market items that I picked up and already sold. Wow. We are here at our first find of the flea market today, and look what we have here. A nice old book, which is actually a compilation of magazines. You see it says The Chronicle here, volume 80, part 1. So let's flip this over. So this is something that someone made to put together a whole bunch of these weekly newspapers called the Commercials and Financial Chronicle. And you can see here that this one comes from 1905. Now there's some spotting here and stuff, but that doesn't really matter because what really matters is what's inside here. And you can see that there's lots of financial transaction records regarding to bonds and stocks. But if you 10 bucks. All right, 10 bucks for this. So you can see here there's lots of old ads. So yeah, the dealer just came by to show me, to put his hands up and tell me how much this is going to cost. So 10 bucks, totally worth it. I'll tell you why in just a moment. But look at this. Here's another key. You see here, investment and railroad intelligence. This would be a keyword that you would want to use for railroad enthusiasts. Would absolutely love this. Not only that, here's another great thing. Look at this. Old maps of the railway system. Railway fans, train fans are going to absolutely love to get their hands on something like this. And there's lots of these maps. Like, check this one out. The famous Union Pacific system right there. Look at that nice map on the West Coast. Super cool. And there's lots more of them here. So these go for about, they don't come to market often at all, but when they do come up, you know, from around this time frame, so let's say early 1900s to late 1800s, you know, these go for like 90 to over $100, like 115 bucks. So $10 for this is definitely a great deal. So just giving you a sense of, you know, again, of what it looks like inside of here. But this is something I think that a lot of people would just pass up because it just looks boring, you know, from the outside. But as they say, don't judge a book by its cover. And it's really cool that these are preserved, you know, newspapers from so long ago. So we're gonna add this to the box and give it a good double tap for good luck. Nice find to start the day. All right, so this is the other end of the table, and as you can see here, look at this. Look at the size of this one. Look at this Chronicle book right here. Now I'll probably get a deal if I get a bunch of these. I don't know how many there are, but this thing is massive. Let's see what year this comes from. Hopefully it's earlier than 1905, but let's take a look here. 1901. 1901. And let's just take a quick look here. Oh, look at this. We have pull-out maps. These are a big selling point. Now there's a tear in this pull-out map, but still, this is definitely cool. Someone could put some tape on that. I don't want to damage it anymore. There might be some more in there, I don't know. But yeah, this is definitely neat. So we're gonna pick this one up, and then, hold on, let me put this thing in here. All right, so that one. And then we have another one here. It's got some loose paper that's just kind of stuck on there. That's not a big deal. And hopefully, and this has got to be early 1900s as well. Maybe we could find an 1800s one. Let's see. 1904. 1904. And there we go. Look at that. Look at that Kansas City Southern Railway map. Oh my gosh. This is going to be amazing. Yeah, I would list these separately. Wow, this is awesome. Okay, so let's put this one in here. And there's lots of books here. Now this one is too damaged. See this? That's definitely too damaged. So I can't do anything really with that one, but there's another one here. This one is, oh my God, look at this thing. This is huge. This is number 130. All right, let's see what year this comes from. I'm hoping for a late 1800s. That would be really cool. Nope, this one's a little later, so 1930. Okay, oh, and actually, Oh, see, this is what it turned into. Formerly a section of the Commercial and Financial Chronicle Bank and Quotation Record. So, I wonder if there's any maps in this one, or if it's just. But, oh no, but we still got a lot of railway earnings in here, so should still be interesting to someone who's a railway fan, railway collector. Trying to see if there's any maps in here. I don't see any maps right now. Some of these have some vintage ads in them too, so that also makes them desirable. Let's go over here. Power, light, and railway. Let's see. All right. I think this is no maps that I could see in here, but still, hopefully, this will be something someone will be interested in because of the railway connection. And there's just so much information in these. It's amazing. All right, so sitting right here, we have another gem. You would never really know it from the front of the book because it looks pretty faded and discolored. I think most people would probably pass this by, but when you flip it over, it looks nicer. You could see here too, it's very interesting, the Jewish Encyclopedia. Now this is one volume, there are multiple volumes. However, one volume of these sold for $130-ish. So let's open this up here, and you can see that this is an old book. This dates to 1903. You can see that from the Roman numerals on the bottom. It's always helpful to be able to decode those, but you can see you have the tissue paper here, which is always a good sign because they use that to protect more valuable elements of the book, and there's lots of illustrations inside. That's a key. A lot of people love to look for those illustrations, and I think oh, look at that. That's a nice intricate illustration too. So the quality of the illustrations are also important. And I know I saw a map in here too. So maps are going to be things that people like to look through. That's also important. I saw tables, figures, all sorts of things, and it looks to be organized really well also. Look at that, pictures inside too. So this is going to be a nice pickup, you know, as part of the lot. So don't pass by these encyclopedia books, even if it's not a complete set. Sometimes you could still do well by finding a single one just like this. This is going to be, you know, probably over 1,000. Well, not quite 1,000. Let's see. Let's see how high it goes up here. 665. It's about a 700-page book or so. Actually, the funny thing is, I just went back and looked which volume it was that sold previously, and it was the same volume, volume 5. It sold for $138, and that includes the shipping. So, yeah, what a coincidence. Oh, and this is that pull-out map I was trying to show you earlier. It's a map of the Brooklyn Rapid Transit System, so really cool, you know, for someone who wants to do research on New York City. You know, really interesting to see, you know, what the maps look like back then. It's cool for me personally as well because I was born in Brooklyn, New York. Yeah, I have a picture of the Brooklyn Bridge in my house that's framed. It's always cool when I see something Brooklyn related. So, and you can even see there, look at that. It talks about the population of Brooklyn back then. And that's actually really neat because it has side by side with the map. It actually talks about the Brooklyn Rapid Transit. So that's really fascinating. This is the type of thing I would want to take a picture of and put in my listings just to give you an idea. But yeah, really, really neat feature here. All right, so remember in the last video when I mentioned that there was a vendor once who yelled at me when I went to get stuff on his table, so I don't film at his table anymore. And I wound up showing you that New York State Department of Transportation sign that I picked up, the double-sided one. Well, I just made another deal with him, and I can't even believe this deal. So let me zoom in on this. So look at this crate right here. You can see it's Alamo fruit from Alamo, Texas. Now that's cool in and of itself. It's a nice size crate and it has the lid on it. Look at that. A lot of times the lid, is missing. Now I have to clean it out because you could see it's, you know, it's still dirty inside, but that's easy to do. So the color is nice on it, right? Pops. It's got the metal edges. It's really neat. But wait until you see the side of this. Okay, check this out. Look at that. Miss Texas 50th commemorative package. So cool. Look at the colors on that. Now let's go to the other side, and we've got double-sided Miss Texas. This thing is amazing. So nothing on the back there, a little bit of chipping there, but no big deal with wood. So I asked what the price for this was. Now, if I saw this in an antique store, they are almost always going to charge hundreds of dollars for this. There's an Alamo fruit one right now in someone's cart on eBay for $200 plus $35 shipping, and it doesn't even have the Miss Texas on the side. So I asked the guy how much he wanted for it. There was stuff stacked on top of it. Took it off. My jaw almost dropped to the ground. He said $25. I told him, I said, you know what? I'm not even gonna haggle with you. $25, absolutely. So I bought it for $25. I mean, I can't believe this thing. This is so cool. So I couldn't wait to share this with you. So definitely worthy of the saxophone music for sure. And someone's just gonna love this. This is just amazing. All right, so we're over at Jeff Norton's booth right here, and he's got this sealed King Arthur's Camelot pop-up castle book. Doesn't really come up sealed often. Might be able to get 40 to 55 for it, depending. What's the price on this, Jeff?
I'll do $10 for you.
10 bucks?
Yeah.
All right, you got a deal.
Okay.
Let's see that beautiful face. There we go. All right.
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh. What do we got? Oh, there we go. Styling right there. With the old Superman hat. That's cool. That's cool. Always stop by Jeff's. You never know what he,
Sure.
you know, what he's going to have on any given week. So,
Yeah, that's okay.
yeah, this is
I'm just
interesting.
getting ready to
So,
put 'em out on
all
the
right, we'll
thing.
pick this up for 10.
It's fine.
See what we can do with it. Oh, look who it is. It's Daisy the owl dog. She's sitting on her perch as usual. Oh boy, look at you. Look at you. What do you got here? What do you got there? There's like a little look, there's a little piece of paper on you right there. What is that? Have you been eating one of my books? We got to get that off of you. What the heck is that, Daisy? A little piece of paper. Okay, she's not going to cooperate right now. I'm going to have to get that off her later. But Daisy was a huge help, by the way. If you wonder how I got all of those Star Wars books listed, look at that piece of paper right there. What number is that on there? 12 or 15? Daisy was a huge help. She helped me take photos. She helped me list. And she's amazing. So if you're wondering like how I get all this stuff done behind the scenes with all the other things I have going on in my life, this is the secret right here. You got to get a Shih Tzu. You got to pair well though, because you know the contractual demands are gotten very high, especially as she's gotten so popular on the YouTube channel here. So let me know what your favorite items were. I'm pretty sure that the Star Wars fans out there are going to love the Star Wars haul, but also some cool things at the flea market as well. So always curious to see what you think. And I'm glad to see how many people like the Doctor Who haul in the prior video. So that was a lot of fun. So anyway, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you back at the next one. Take care. Say bye, Daisy.